Boy, they do harp on this, don't they? Is this the year that you're going to win, Nick? The Millrose Games, want to make a mile?
I'm fine with them harping on about it. I think I wrote a blog with that being the whole theme and narrative about it, but that's why I'm back here. I probably wouldn't have made the trip out with a 3-week-old child. Back home, my wife is left with 2 young boys at home, but no, this means a lot for me to try and finally win it in my 6th attempt.
And you're getting ready for the Commonwealth Games as well, where you're doubling and going into the 5,000 as well. In training for the 5,000, has that given you extra strength? Should do. But do you feel stronger now by virtue of doing that extra mileage coming into this race?
Yeah, I spent all of the autumn putting in a lot of long, slow miles, and I felt very sluggish, and I thought, gosh, this stuff isn't very fun at all. You just feel like sleeping all day. Sort of my version of marathon training, I suppose. And I was worried I'd be sacrificing some speed in terms of getting that endurance, but suddenly, about 3 weeks ago, it clicked, and I did a 400-meter time trial, the fastest I've ever done at this time of the year. So it's like, maybe I don't need to give up on the mile so soon. So we'll have to wait and see. It's still, every year is a learning experience. As a sufferer has been sort of paving the way for some of us as well. I'm 34 now, and everyone tells me you lose your speed as you age, but it hasn't happened yet, so. Sorry? 25. My son is 25, so he only started running when he was 18. I started when I was 4, so maybe I'm a bit older in running years. But yeah, it's a learning experience every year. But I love it. I enjoy going for a run every day, just like most people do it as a recreation. I just happen to be paid by Adidas to do it, so I'll do it as long as I can.
It's good to be paid to do something you enjoy, isn't it?
Yeah. You never work if you love what you're doing.
And many of you won't realise this, but as a young man in New Zealand, he came to the Armoury, was it 2001, and won the National Scholastic Indoor High School Mile Championship. And that was a day you remember not only for just winning, right, Nick? If my memory serves me right?
Yeah, it was the end of a long season for me. I'd been racing since October in New Zealand through to March, which was the end of the Kiwi summer, and Alan Webb had broken 4 minutes for the mile in America in high school, so I thought, well, I got to try and do that as well if I've paid $2,000 to fly me all the way to America. So I went out sub 4 minute pace through the 400, 600, 800. I was like 201, 202, and then the wheels started falling off. But I had such a big lead, and back then I wasn't afraid of pain, and I am now. Finished the race, and I got my first and worst experience ever of that indoor track hack, where your whole body just is like gasping for moisture somehow. And I was dry heaving on the side of the track for about 90 minutes afterwards. And they were like, we're gonna take you to the hospital. I'm like, no, I'm okay, trust me, this happens. It's been a long season. But now that I've got all this 5K training, you recover within about 5 minutes after a race. It's quite remarkable, the difference.
Would you consider